Hello, shifters. Welcome to a space where transformation begins. I am Clarendria Addison, your guide on this journey of growth, self discovery, and empowerment. Each encounter, I'm hoping to encourage you to shift perspectives, unlock potential, and navigate this dance of entrepreneurship and well being. So, today, I just wanted to um, get on here and have a quick chat about um, discipline. And as we start the new year and or the Gregorian, I think it's the Gregorian New Year. Um, I don't know. I've had over the last couple of weeks this conversation about discipline, and I just wanted to share a little bit about kind of what changed my trajectory and how I worked consistently on doing that all of 2023 specifically. So, one of the things that I did was I um, got an agenda. So, y'all know I love butterflies. And I got this from TJ Maxx. Um, and it has the months and a notes list, a to-do list, and then it also has like the full calendar as well. I'm not going to show that. And then I also got my favorite notebook. Can y'all see that? They have these at Office Depot, Walgreens, Target, whatever. But it's like a 3 subject notebook. It has the little tabs in there. And then I also found this at I think it was TJ Maxx, but it came with 3 these cute little like notebooks, and it has from the desk and then a place where you can keep notes as well. So for me, I just like to have like places to write, right? So I have the agenda, which is how I track and keep up with like appointments, clients, engagements, workshops, things, whatever I may have going on. And then in the notebook is where I do like my bills and payroll for my business and just kind of like miscellaneous stuff. And then I'm thinking this year, this notebook I'm going to use for like my journaling and keeping my thoughts together. And I like that pack because it came with 3 packs. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cute. So I have those things that I do to help with discipline. Because remember, that's what we're talking about, discipline. I want to keep this kind of quick and short. And I don't know what this is going to look like for the new year, but if you guys remember about a week or so ago, I was like, oh, I went over my goals list and the things that I wanted to do, and super proud of myself because I really accomplished a lot of things that I had written down. So I'm going to say that one of the things that you definitely want to do is write down your goals, write down your ideas, get them in writing. So that way, if a couple weeks pass or a month pass or even a couple months and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to be doing? You can go back and look and get yourself back on track. And I talk to my clients about that all the time, like kind of documenting the process and your progress, right? Um, so get you an agenda, get you a notebook, and find what works for you. I probably have a lot of these because I use the same one every year, and they have different colors. But for whatever reason, I always end up with a black one. But they have like blue, red, or whatever. But I would say that's probably gonna take you sometime, like finding out what kind of notebook you like, how big the lines are. Do you write big? Do you write small? Um, also think about travel, because I do a lot of traveling. I travel at least once a month, sometimes if not twice a month. So this one is kind of thin. You see that? It's about, you know, so I'll be able to travel with that as well. So I think having your agenda, setting up a routine and schedules. And you guys heard me talk a lot about this last year, but I'm just kind of like, I guess you could say, doing like a re reminder, reintroduction. I don't know what you want to call it, but excuse me. I just wanted to quickly share with you guys this idea about discipline, routines, and structure in order to really see some growth and some gains in your life. Um, so trying to think what else. I wanted to talk about discipline. I wanted to talk about my agendas and my notebooks. I wanted to talk about routines and schedules. So for me, I have my routine and of what I want to do every day. Normally, I set my alarm, but usually I wake up probably before the alarm. So I take some of that time to just kind of process what the day is going to look like. Do I have any meetings? Do I have any appointments that I have to, be logged onto the computer for or be available for right away? Um, checking emails and all those things. But I always start the day with one, making up my bed, two, doing a workout, putting on my workout clothes and working out right away before I start doing anything else. For me, that works. For you, maybe it's the afternoon, maybe it's the evening. I'm only sharing with you what works for me, and I want you guys to figure out what works for you. And then what else do I do? Um, then I'll get my shower or rewind after workout, meditate. And meditate can vary. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. It depends on kind of what I have coming up next in that time frame that I have to do. In the past, I was a sleep in person because I really don't have a set schedule. Like I don't punch a clock. I run my businesses, and so I'm not that person that like, oh, I got to be up and out and ready by 8 o'clock. I really could start my day whenever. But what I learned last year, 2023, is that setting my own schedule and being held to something, I was more productive, right? And so I typically am getting up probably before 8:30. My alarm is set for 7:30, and I'm not a person that necessarily has to snooze and all that stuff. So that's typically my schedule. I'm up and starting to move around. Normally by 10 o'clock is when I get some office space, which is a space in my home. And, I can sit down and start, going through the day, checking emails, voicemails. I work really, really hard not to get on Instagram, not to get on Facebook, not to do any of that social media stuff before I like do the stuff that I need to do for me. And then after that, um, I will make myself some breakfast, whether that be usually I'm kind of a protein shake person or oatmeal and apple juice. Like I kind of have my staples that I usually will flow through. I've been doing some intermittent fasting lately. So when I do that, I may or may not have a protein shake or um, oatmeal, and I may just have whatever I'm going to have like later in the day for lunch, and then a light meal. And I'll be talking about some of those things too, like sharing like some of the foods that I prepare and make. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, pescatarian, any of those things. I really, over the years, have figured out like what works for me. I'm a person that has to stay away from like bread, pasta, sugar. Do I still eat those things? Absolutely. But I work to try to stay away from those. So, this, I just wanted to be a little introduction. for 2024 for you guys. Shift Healing from Scratch. Remember, the shift is happening now. Continue to follow me. I'm really going to be working on being consistent. So if you guys don't see a live or see me, posting something about, going live, I will still be doing Shift Wisely Wednesdays on Wednesdays where I'll go live sometime. I'm not going to go live every Wednesday, but there will be some times depending on what's going on that I'm available. But I will be specifically sharing tips on those days. And then also um, the Essence Journey. I will be continuing that through 2024. So, finalizing some of the workshops and um, a retreat for that. Um, kind of trying to figure out, all of the pieces to get those connected. But I think that would be kind of towards the end of spring, April-ish, or maybe August are the tentative dates that I'm looking for that. Trying to find location and all those things. So, um, thank you guys, and I will talk to you soon.